y'all? This is MCJD, aka the father that Minakshi asked or requested to have talk about fatherhood. So, let me break it down for you. I have a daughter that's 12 and a son that's 6. And what does fatherhood mean to me? Well, I came up with an acronym for this. And check out the acronym. I can tell you what the acronym is, but you'll understand what to say. Focus, understanding, communication with kids. That's my acronym. Figure out what that spells on your own. But basically, focus is, for me as a father, is focusing on what they're telling me. When they're talking to me, I have a tendency, when I'm talking to most people, to get sidetracked and, lose my focus and attention when someone's speaking to me. Big flaw of mine at being a musician. I'm just so used to doing multiple things at one time in a fast-paced life. With my kids, I've learned through fatherhood to focus full attention and be in the moment with my children when they're talking to me. That's a huge thing that I have learned, especially with the 6-year-old, when he's talking to me about Fortnite, or he's talking to me about bullying, or he's talking to me about his friends or his passion. I try to focus on that. Secondly is my daughter who's 12. Social media gets taken over in the house and people are on their tablets, and she's focused on that a lot of the times. But when she wants to talk to me, I can't be that one person that's going to look at her and say, you know what? Let me hear what you got to say, but I'm not going to totally give you my full attention because that's not fair to her. So if I want to give her the full attention, then she's actually going to want to talk to me. That's focus. Understanding is times have changed, and we have to understand that the kids are going through a lot of different things. Social media is a huge impact on children, especially a 12-year-old. And TV stars are gone now. They're YouTube stars. So understanding the culture, how it's changing, and understanding current events and understanding the kids is a huge thing. So that's understanding. Communication, obviously, that's a given. Open lines of communication. I live in a really unique situation where my children do not live with me. They live with their mom. And we co-parent. We're cool and everything's wicked, but they don't live with me. They've never lived with me. So for me and them, communication is huge. And one big tool is FaceTime. We're FaceTiming almost every day. Actually, we are FaceTiming every day, where we talk to each other every day. And I get them to pick up the phone and say, just call me. And I encourage that as well. So communication is a big thing with everyone in the family. We need to communicate with each other. Just since I'm not with them 24/7 all day, I need to talk to them every day. So communication and kids, obviously, kids come first, and that's how it's mainly changed me. Before, the priorities of my life was me. I'm not gonna lie. As a musician, as an entrepreneur, my priorities was me. Now that's changed, where family comes first, and the kids have changed me into believing that. Also, balance. I've brought a lot of balance into my life, where I need to balance priorities that are my kids and work priorities, music priorities. Family always comes first now, where back in the day it was kind of flipped around. So balancing all that along with everyone's mental health and physical health and spiritual health, we try to balance everything as a family. And the biggest thing is relearning to love unconditionally. I love myself and I love my music and I love my work, and we get caught up in that, where you don't really learn to love unconditionally again and understand what love means. So relearning how to love unconditionally is something that I had to, kind of bring onto myself as a father, realizing the kids are looking up to me as a father figure, as a role model. So I had to love them unconditionally through the good, the bad, the arguments, a lot of arguments, and just finding that balance and communicating. So yeah, that's me as fatherhood. Sorry, I went over the 1 minute, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, my show is every Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live from the Lair with MCJD. If you guys want to follow me, www.mcjd.ca. All my socials are there. So big up Minakshi. Thanks for having me. Peace out. Hope you guys stay safe. Happy Father's Day.
Why do I love being a dad? It is the most fulfilling and meaningful thing that I have done. Every day he motivates me. Every day he challenges me to know why I do the things that I do. Why do I believe the things that I believe in? And he inspires me to want to do better for myself, to keep on pushing. And you gain a lot of perspective in realizing, what is any of this for? Why do I amass the things that I do and acquire this and continue to learn and grow and build for myself? And having that legacy now is such a meaningful thing. And so now that drives me to keep building for him, to build a better future for him, to make sure that he is inheriting a world that is better than the one that I found, right? So I want to keep on doing that for him, and he keeps pushing me to keep doing better for myself, to keep doing better, to do right by his mom. You know, being a parent is such an incredible thing, and it's such a wondrous thing, you know. All the things that you can continue to do well at, all the things that you could continue to, strive for, whether it's career or wealth or anything like that. Children really put that all into perspective, and they really help you realize what this is all for and why we do the things that we do. So that's why I love being a dad.
I'm Olive. Hi, I'm Abby.
And I am the dada, and this is what fatherhood means to me. Being the dad of two great boys, 7 and 5, my two best friends, and a part of my square that matters each and every day. And Father's Day is something that makes me, just remember how lucky I am to have two great boys like these two. Anuj and Perry Lacey signing off.
I'm Aiden. I'm a new father. We have a beautiful, almost 1-year-old daughter. First time parent. It's been quite a change. Before having a child, I wouldn't have known how different my life would be and just how different I would feel. It's pretty remarkable that you find your ability to love. You think it's only that big, and then you have a child, and suddenly you just you have so much more ability to love. It's quite remarkable.
What up? I'm reflecting about being a dad and probably a lot of things that have changed. A lot's changed. You wake up early, you're super exhausted. You gotta have a lot of fun and a lot of energy. But also it's like an extension of you. So I lost my parents a while ago, and when I met my daughter for the first time, I thought to myself, wow, it's kind of like a life restarted. I see my mom in her, I see my dad in her. So a lot's changed, but all in good ways at the end of the day. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about this Father's Day.
Hello, my name is Matt. I've been asked repeatedly to do this video, and I've come to realize anything that gives me 5 minutes alone in a room by myself, I'm willing to do it. So this is where Meenakshi sits and does most of her recordings. I wonder what this does. Oh, I did not put a face on for this. I'm gonna leave that off. So I've been asked to answer an easy question. What has changed since having kids? Well, physically, more grays, more lines, less hair, less time, which is not really a physical thing, certainly less knowledge of global affairs. But I do speak a bit of Spanish now, thanks to my friend Dora. But truthfully, what has changed since becoming a parent? Certainly more love, and I certainly feel more vulnerable since having Mia and now Eliza. Where before it's only you take care of yourself, your loved ones, but this is it's a different kind of feeling. I feel it's like an extension of myself, where you want to let them grow and let them take chances. Not big chances, she's only 3, but let's say riding her bike, you want her to learn and she'll fall, and that's okay. But I feel the pain when she bumps her knee and cries. It's really weird feeling. But what a different kind of love. Very hard to explain, actually. So not an easy question. The other thing I'd say that has changed is kind of prioritizing your time and things you want to do, and kind of reminding yourself that the early years are probably the most important ones to spend with them, because they probably won't want to spend much time with you when they're older. Certainly with my parents, I felt like I wanted my independence very early, and they were very liberal with that, and they let us boys roam and do what we want to do. Well, I think I was limited to 60 seconds. But yeah, I thought I would share that on this Father's Day, year 2020. Happy Father's Day to all other fathers and fathers to be. Enjoy your day. Take care.